Hi, I'm Mitchell Spearman. I'm pleased to tell you that I'm at the beautiful Lake Nona Golf Club in Orlando, Florida, home to 18 tour players and the Tavistock Cup. So come with me and let's see if we can improve your game. I'm on the 15th hole, 578 yards, and I've left my second shot 65-70 yards from the flag. It's up on the top tier. Not the best layup, but nevertheless that's what I've got to have to deal with. So when you're inside the scoring zone of 100 yards, you've got different options of how to control the distance. The first one is the clubs that you're using. You've got a pitching wedge, an A wedge, a 56 and a 60. There's 4 degrees between all of my lofts here. Sometimes I've seen players play with a 50, 55 and a 60. There's different options available. Get familiar with what your wedges are. So because it's into the breeze and the flag's sitting up a little bit, I don't want to spin it too much with the 60, so I'm going to go with a 56. Now if I hit a full 56, it would go too far. So I've got to adjust my swing. Let's see how we're going to do that. I can do it a couple of different ways. I can swing back and know that if I got to say 10 o'clock with my left arm on a clock face and went through to 2 o'clock, the ball will travel 65 yards. So I can do a practice swing, and there's my 65-yard shot. Conversely, another way of going about doing it is just referencing how far up and down the club I am. If I hold at full length and swing back halfway, the ball will go a certain distance. If I grip down shorter, the ball is going to go less far. The other system that I like to favor is using the center of my body as a speed and gauge. So I'm calling this 65 yards, playing 70 with the slope and the wind. So I'm going to think of my center of the body as an engine, and I'm going to move my body at 70 miles an hour. That's just a picture in my mind. I actually see, if I'm looking in my car and I see a speedometer, I'm thinking of it in that sense. So I'm just going to let my body turn back and through at that speed. I do practice swings because I'm trying to get the gauge and the feel of the shot. So I'm actually trying to sense it. Sometimes I'll even do a practice swing where I sense that's not enough and this might be too much. All right, Mitchell, so which way you want to go here? You want to get something in between. So get your body back and your body through. So let's give this one a go and see if I can throw it on up there in that 65 to 70 yard range. So I pitched it up pretty close to the flag. A couple of other things we have to learn to do with these shots going into the green, and that's control trajectory of the shot. If I want to hit a ball a little bit lower and take a little spin off so the ball can release to the back of the flag, what I'm going to do is swing more with my arms and less with my wrists. I'm actually going to deaden my hands, so it's going to be more of a wooden stroke. So I take my setup, the weight's favoring the left side, and I'm just taking my wrists out of play here. So it's more of a wooden shot. So it's nice and wooden. I didn't take a divot. The ball hasn't got that much spin, and it's going to release. If I want to get that little bit more spin, which we see all those tour players doing, what do? They're getting a little bit more hinge in their wrists. They're setting the club a little bit more, and they're moving through a little bit faster. That's what gives you the spin and the speed on the shot. So this, what we call a little bit more action on this one. My weight's forward, I'm going to hinge it a little bit more as I go through. You could hear the sound of that. It had a good aggressive hit through the ball, and it's biting beautifully. You've got different options with your wedges. Get familiar with the different lofts and how far they go. Get used to finding out whether you're an arm swinging gauge player or core center body gauge player. Once you do that, spend time working on these shots and you'll be amazed how you're going to be able to turn 3 shots into 2, and it will make a big difference to your scoring.